Reaching out, but I'm feeling nothing. Realizing that my heart's turning cold again. So focused on chasing one thing. That I didn't see the pain I was lost. Sometimes I wonder if I'm blind or just ignoring all the signs. What was meant to keep me warm is now burning me alive. I'm gonna make it out and gonna try it. Feel scared, this feeling trying to tear me apart. And all the pain and doubt that I'm fighting, it was doomed from the start. 'Cause I may be down to my knees, but I still don't believe that till it's said and done. If I still have breath, I'm gonna make it till the end. I know this road now leads to nothing. To make it out, I need to turn my face to the wind. There's no avoiding the pain that's coming. So bring it on if there's a chance I can live again. Sit back, but I'm feeling my pace now. Running through the walls, trying to find a way out. Took a little while, I went to take a shot, but I won't stop till I hit a drop on face down. Look ahead, I see there's light now. Looking in my time is right now. Reaching out, but I'm feeling nothing. Realizing that my heart's turning cold again. So focused on chasing one thing. That I didn't see the pain I was lost. Sometimes I wonder if I'm blind or just ignoring all the signs. What was meant to keep me warm is now burning me alive. I'm gonna make it out and gonna try it. Feel scared, this feeling trying to tear me apart. And all the pain and doubt that I'm fighting, it was doomed from the start. 'Cause I may be down to my knees, but I still don't believe that till it's said and done. If I still have breath, I'm gonna make it till the end. I know this road now.
Huh? For sure. Good afternoon, Crash Nation. Welcome back to the USWRA Western semifinals for the last game of the afternoon, last game of the weekend for Carolina Crash. This game, the rematch with the Oscar Mike Militia. Carolina able to come away with the victory in the very first game of the weekend versus Oscar Mike 43-40. This game's for all the marbles. The winner of this game advances to the Nationals. The loser goes home, ending their season. So a lot at stake for both teams. Looking forward to an exciting matchup. Let's go ahead and get the starting lineups rolling out for you. For Oscar Mike, it's going to be number 55, Mason Simons, number 15, Brian Anderson, 22, Noah Courier, and number 9, Josh Birch. Oscar Mike coached by Joe Delagrave. Starting from Carolina, number 14, Hank Allen, number 10, Dave Jenkins, number 15, James Whitty, and number 7, Ronnie Adams, coached by Mike Duda. So that's our setup for this game. Clock showing about 3.5 minutes before tip-off. So we'll check out for a few minutes and be ready to go here in a couple when they come back to action. All right, thank you. All right, teams will be taking the court shortly. As always, the chat box is open if you want to drop a line in there. See Nana Tater, she's always first on site in the chat. Simons, Courier, Anderson, and Birch for Oscar Mike, Jenkins, Adams, Allen, and Whitty for Carolina. Whitty and Simons center court for the tip. Ready to get this one started. Winner take all matchup. Ball's up and tipped by Whitty into the hands of Anderson. Anderson fumbles it momentarily. Whitty and Jenkins having pinned against the half court line. Finds it. Mason Simons. Simons in for the first points. Jenkins with a flat tire right off the bat. It's going to be key for Carolina not to fall behind early here. Need to keep pace. Oscar Mike falls back into a half-court defensive set. Whitty bringing the ball up. Whitty heads to the corner. Underhand pass to Adams. Fights through Simons to cross the line. Simons over to Anderson. Anderson gets ahead of steam and races through the defenders. Jenkins gets a pass over to Adams. Adams working through the defense. Has the ball tipped out of his hands. Anderson there picked up. That was loose. Jenkins tried to get it. Anderson collects it into the front court. Lobs a high pass to Simons, who's Statue of Liberty, catches it. Oscar Mike takes a 3-1 advantage. Ball out of the hands of Whitty. It'll be Oscar Mike ball. Simons throws it out to Anderson near half court. Anderson gets a screen from Courier around the corner. Oscar Mike goes up 3. Inbounds pass comes to Whitty. Throws it out of bounds. Trying to get it to Adams. Anderson takes it, sets up the offense again. Heads for the key. And finds a crease. Jenkins. Adams trying to get it across half. Lobs overhead to Whitty. Whitty guarded by Birch. Whitty looking for the corner. Not exactly sure what happened down there at the baseline, but Oscar Mike's coming away with the ball without a Carolina score. Simons down center court. Birch waiting at the end line. Oscar Mike goes up 5. Carolina calls a timeout. Takes it to the sidelines. All right, here we go. Back out of the timeout. It'll be Carolina ball. Jenkins finds some room in the defense and takes it across the line. Carolina's second point, 6-2. High pass into Simons. It's a screen from Anderson and Birch down court. Jenkins flips a pass to Adams. Gets it across the timeline. Overhead pass to Whitty. Jenkins sets a screen. Ball into Anderson. Ball, that one goes behind Birch. Out of bounds. Carolina's got to take every opportunity to capitalize on these turnovers. They're going to need them. Falling behind already. Ball comes to Whitty, guarded by Courier and Birch. Pass down low to Adams, slashing to the end line. High pass into Simons, back to Birch. Birch gives it back to Simons. Simons looking long. Anderson's pass is deflected by Adams, picked up by Whitty. Whitty's pass knocked back. Gets it to Jenkins right at half court. Five Simons for that one. Ball's on the floor, rolling around, and last touch by Carolina. Simons bounce pass to Anderson. Birch waiting at the end line. Adams tries to bounce it into Whitty, deflected by Birch. Inbound will move to the corner. Quickly into Whitty. Gets pushed across the line, out of bounds. Ball into Simons. Backs it out. Simons. Pass down low to Anderson. Stopped by Whitty and Allen. Looking for Courier in the corner, and that one goes out of bounds. Subs coming in. Caleb Wilson, number 31, in for Oscar Mike. Number 22, Roberts. 25, Godsey. Number 5, Walker, in for Carolina. A.J. Walker, number 5, will be inbound in the far corner. Gives it in to Jenkins. Jenkins has it knocked away with his last touch by Wilson. Walker. Tosses it into Roberts right at half court. Has it knocked away by Wilson. Hangs on to it. Finds some room to get his dribble in. Dodges a few defenders. Fighting Simons for the inline. Takes it in. Birch. Simons loses the handle and goes out of bounds. Last touch by Oscar Mike. Another turnover going to Crash. Jenkins will take this inbounds. Gives it over to Walker, setting up the offense. Over to Jenkins. Jenkins goes to the corner. Roberts snags that one right at the baseline. Ball looked like it was headed out of bounds. Out of nowhere, Roberts grabs it. Brings Carolina back within 2. Wilson up to Simons. Simons deep to Birch. Gets a nudge from Roberts. Jenkins around the corner. They need a little help. Able to break free. Gets it up ahead to Roberts. Roberts reverses course. It's a pick from Godsey. Roberts headed down low, hands it off to Jenkins. Pushes his way across. I think they got called 8 seconds in the key. Simons flips a long one down to Birch. Oscar Mike up 4, 10-6. Roberts takes the ball into the key, top of the key at the free throw line. Knocked out by Simons, but it's going to draw a foul. Simons called for the illegal use of the hands. James Whitty back in the game for Roberts. Jenkins takes a look behind him. Looks like Walker is going to try to block Mason Simons, but Simons calls for the inbound. It's a free pass. Into Courier. Courier. Simons down the near side. Up ahead for Wilson. Wilson barely gets across before Godsey got there. Whitty over the shoulder pass to Walker. Walker throws it to Jenkins right across half. Back.
25!
Ball's tipped out of Walker's lap. Swatted behind. Nick Cable Wilson in pursuit. Scoops it up just before the cone. Timeout, Carolina. 42 seconds to go in the quarter. Down 5, 12-7. Walker will have the inbounds here near half court with 42 seconds. Throws the pass up ahead of Whitty. Whitty crosses. Oscar Mike calls timeout. Move the ball up closer. Players jockeying position for the inbound, trying to get Simons out of the play. Courier will take the inbound. Caleb Wilson with the ball. Wilson guarded by Whitty.
Hold him high, hold him high. Hold him high.
Ball's knocked free, but picked up by Whitty. Bounce pass to Jenkins. Walker had the ball, got knocked out. Wilson picks it up. That ball's long, and Simons was there but couldn't beat the clock. So that's going to do it for the first quarter with Oscar Mike Militia 12, Carolina Crash 8. Back in the second quarter shortly. See Greg Taylor in the chat. Glad to see him. Former Crash player back in the day. Carolina will be inbounding here near half. Whitty takes it around the corner. Bounce pass intended for Adams. Anderson steals the ball. Those at Simons. Whitty able to break free from Birch and Simons. Down the sideline. Anderson can't catch him. Ball goes high into Simons. Anderson circles around the corners. Woody mishandles the pass. Anderson up high. Heads to the key, bobs and weaves with the Birch pick. Woody passes up to Adams. Gets to the Woody. Walker gets a good pick on Anderson. Anderson tosses to Birch. Whitty tries to get to him. Pass ends up in the hands of Simons. Whitty to Jenkins to Walker. Hands off to Whitty. Whitty screened by Adams, opens him up to the corner. Simon gives it off to Anderson. Bounce pass to Simons. Whitty. It's a big hit from, looks like Anderson. Anderson ends up toppled over. And be called for holding as well. In the process of a fall, the player can't grab onto an opposing player's chair, so that is a penalty. So Anderson will head to the penalty box into the game again for Carolina as Roberts and Jenkins. Ball comes into Jenkins. Takes a look at the defense, and Oscar Mike's going to let him roll in. Being a man short, number 15 calls for the inbound. Anderson is trying to get it into Simons. Ball's knocked free. Wow, that looked pretty clean from here. In fact, they're going to get Roberts on a foul. Roberts called for the penalty. Hey. Carolina with a man short. Anderson loses the ball right before he passes over. That point doesn't count. Carolina still with the ball. Anderson lost the handle right at the end line. Adams' pass tipped by Anderson twice. Confusion on the inbound. Confusion on finding the inbounder there for Carolina. They lose opportunity to score. Anderson brings it back out. Roberts back on the court. Anderson across the line. Oscar Mike goes up 6. Jenkins, overhead pass for out of the reach of Roberts. Ball rolls out of bounds. Burks tied up Roberts near half court. Courier throws the ball into Birch. Birch circles around behind us a couple of screens. Get off to Simons. Simons looking deep for Courier. Jenkins absorbs some contact. Gives it up to Adams. Adams across the timeline. Anderson swatting at the ball, knocks it free. Birch gives it off to Simons. Anderson there, stopped by Adams. Backs his way across. Jenkins to Adams. Passing intercepted by Anderson. Lob down to Simons. Jenkins up ahead to Roberts. Roberts one hands it. Gonna beat Courier to the inline. Got a timeout on the court. Oscar Mike. I think it was looks like maybe some kind of issue with Anderson. Wilson comes back up. Simons takes it. Walker into the game with Whitty, Allen, and Jenkins. Caleb Wilson down the far side. It's spun by Whitty and Allen. Beat past Simons. Jenkins let's get a pass to Walker. Walker lobs a high pass to Jenkins. Looking for Walker. Nice catch. Wilson. Whitty's up high with the ball. Carolina crashes the key. Whitty looking low. Got Walker posted up down low. Pass out of range. Simons lofts one long for Birch all alone. Oscar Mike up 10. Just under 2 to go in the half. Jenkins pump fakes once, dumps it in the Walker.
Long
Another
ball.
long pass for Wilson. Jenkins brings it up. Fires a pass down low to Whitty. Simons breaks free from the pick. Found some open floor. Caleb Wilson in the corner working some clock. 15 on the shot clock. Carolina called for 4 in the key as Hank Allen entered the top of the key. Simons. Fires a pass to Wilson deep. 48 seconds. Allen back on the court. Jenkins slides a pass to Whitty. Pass over to Wilson. Started by Whitty. 12-second call. .27 seconds to go in the quarter, in the half. John Godsey in for Hank Allen. Jenkins reverses course, looking for the corner. Down low to Walker. Oscar Mike with a timeout. Courier will come inbound. Pass is knocked off the hands. Being tipped around over and back, called as Birch couldn't quite control the pass. Carolina with 16 seconds. Try to put one more on the board before halftime. Walker's pass intercepted by Wilson. Carolina with a timeout. A.J. Walker set up for the inbounds. Jenkins looking deep for Whitty over his head. Three seconds left in the half. Oscar Mike calls a timeout. Simons going to try to lob one deep. Probably looking for Anderson or Birch. Birch catches it. 2 seconds to go. Whitty pops one up in the air. Ball's going to roll out of bounds. Clock did not start. Oscar Mike going to get another shot. Birch, Anderson, left the court. No good. Walker lets the clock expire, and teams will head to the sideline for the half with the score Oscar Mike Militia 28, Carolina Crash 18. Take a 5-minute break and be back with the second half. Both teams back on. Allen, Whitty, Jenkins, Adams, Ryan Major on for the first time for Oscar Mike, Courier, Birch, and Simons. Pass intended for Birch. Go out. 8-second call. Carolina will be moving left to right. Jenkins over to Whitty. Ducks in behind Simons for the score. Simons hands it off to Birch. Birch back to Simons. Ryan Major breaks free up ahead. Adams into Jenkins. He get the Whitty. Gets a screen from Allen. Huh?
My browser crashed.
Birch down the Major. Whitty. Looking for some help, getting bumped around by Major, and Simons breaks loose, bounces past to Jenkins, works his way around Courier. Simons breaks through a double team. Adams knocks the ball free. Simons finds Ryan Major at the baseline. Jenkins tries to get a pass to Whitty. Whitty goes to the corner. Needs a little help. Looks down low. Ronnie Adams, fingertip grab at the end line. Ryan Major steams down court, hooked up by Allen. Birch hands off the Major. Jenkins slides a pass to Whitty, half court. Overhead pass. Intended for Jenkins. Ball's loose again. on the floor, being tipped around. Adams comes away with it and covers it up. Lobs one down to Jenkins. Nice pitch and catch between Adams and Jenkins. Get that one across. Birch. Simons. Ryan Major at half court. Simons crosses with 4:43 to go. Jenkins looking deep. Pass out of the reach of Whitty. Subs for Carolina. Walker, Roberts, and Godsey. Courier will inbound. Caleb Wilson in for Ryan Major. Courier will bounce it into Birch. Birch gives it to Wilson. Wilson fires a pass long. Birch in pursuit. Catches up with it with inches to spare. Need a shot clock reset, so we'll inbound that one again. Jenkins brings it up court. It's to the key. Comes a pass down to Roberts. Roberts draws a foul. Gets it to the line, and Carolina will get a point. Birch leans back and hands it off to Simons. Simons to Birch. Ball knocked free into the hands of Wilson. Wilson. Short pass to Walker. Walker looking long for Roberts. Roberts gathers it in. Birch around the far corner. Wilson being pushed back by Walker. Simons dishes it to Birch, flashing to the inline. Jenkins looks to the corner, tries to get a pass down to Roberts. Tipped by Simons out of bounds. Jenkins down looking low. Simons intercepts the pass. I think Roberts got pushed out of bounds down there low as Simons was intercepting it. So it'll go over to Oscar Mike. Wilson down center court. Picked by Birch. Walker. Gives it over to Roberts. Knocked away by Simons. Back to Walker.
Go, go, go.
Pass down low, intercepted by Birch. Simons with a breakaway. Walker tosses it into Roberts. Down near side. Stopped by Simons. Into the corner, lobs it low for Walker. Off his fingertips. Whitty in. Roberts out. Simons goes it to Wilson. He's going to have Birch all alone at the other end. A.J. Walker trying to get there. Jenkins pass intercepted by Courier. Gave it to Simons, but Simons over and back. Long inbounds pass for Jenkins. Down low for Whitty. Trying to break free from Simons. Whitty's pass out of the reach of Jenkins. Jenkins intercepts that one. Slides a pass to Whitty, breaking to his end line. Pass up court for Birch. Backs it back out with 16 to go in the quarter. Wilson around a Courier screen. Crosses with 6 seconds to go in the third quarter. Timeout, Carolina. Jenkins down low, bounce pass into Whitty. Whitty couldn't reel it in. Oscar Mike. Point once. Must have been last touch by an Oscar Mike player. Carolina will have 0.1 seconds on the clock. Up high, touched by Simons. The clock's going to expire. Into third quarter, we've got Oscar Mike Militia 40, Carolina Crash 26. Walker, Whitty, Allen, Adams, Carolina, Courier, Birch, Simons, Oscar Mike. Oscar Mike with only 3 players out there. Oh, sorry. Wilson's still in the penalty box. Now Wilson will come out and join the group. Simons up ahead for Wilson. Whitty working his way towards half court. Ball's deflected by Simons. Birch comes away with it. Jump ball called, and still going to go Oscar Mike's way on the alternating possession. Wilson is going to duck in behind a Birch screen. Whitty called for 8 seconds, no dribble. Simons lobs over to Wilson. Whitty pass. Too long for Adams, out of bounds. Subs coming in for Carolina. Roberts, Acosta, Road. Noah Courier inbounding. Number 34, Jesse Graham in for Oscar Mike. Graham working his way to the end line. Ryan Major in also. Takes that one across. Whitty. That was a pass off the back of the road, out of bounds. Graham around the side. It's called for 8 seconds, no dribble. Costa tosses it into Whitty. Whitty dodges defenders, headed towards half court. Dumps a pass down to Roberts. Major working a screen with Courier. It's one from Graham. Whitty has a pass deflected by Birch. Shot back off of Whitty's hands. Graham guarded by Roberts. Heads to the end line. Looks like he's going to have some room to squeeze in between the cones. Whitty pushed out of bounds. A.J. Walker in. Courier's pass into Graham. Oscar Mike setting up half-court offense. Roberts takes the inbounds. Defense collapses on him. Throws a pass in the hands of Major. Roberts around the corner. Looks to half court. Costa's there. Costa bounces one up ahead of Roberts. Picks it up. Ball's tipped away by Birch off the knee of Roberts. Actually, last touch by Birch. Walker looking for somebody to inbounds. Tosses one up out in front. Acosta. Birch fires it over to Ryan. Ryan Major up ahead to Jesse Graham. Roberts tries to get a pass to Santos Acosta off his hand. Birch intercepts. Major takes it in. Roberts tries the near side. Follows Walker through the pick. Roberts launches a pass. It's going to be an over and back. Courier gives it into Graham. Pick from Birch. Roberts trying to move through. Gives it over to Walker. Walker up ahead to Roberts off his chair. Still on the floor. Doesn't give up on it. Takes it across the line. Roberts and Birch collide in the backcourt. Birch ends up toppled. Simons and Anderson back in for Oscar Mike. Courier throws it up for Birch. High pass coming into Roberts. It's tipped around, picked up by Walker. Walker draws a foul on Anderson. Roberts across half court. Takes it in. Anderson back in. 2:31 to go. Simons up to Anderson. It's a hit from Walker as he's passing down court to Birch. Quickly into Roberts. Roberts finds a little room, launches a pass long. intercepted by Simons. Simons. Anderson. Robertson on the far side. Ball's knocked away. Picks it back up. Intercepted by Simons. Flips it to Anderson. Oscar Mike working a little clock. Anderson tries to get in between Roberts and Road. Simons across the line at the cone. Roberts crashes the key, looking for the corner. He's going to slide in behind Birch. Long ball coming. Jennifer Anderson and Roberts is going to get there. Gets Anderson flips over. A lot of contact on that play.